So we're live on Facebook. We're about to go live here on Instagram. And today it was just random advice with George live. We're going to talk about doing the math because I see a lot of people, they're not really doing the math when it comes to their jobs. I see a lot of people just kind of taking whatever they can. And our clients that are successful, they do the math and they take action on that math. There's a lot of people who rather sell a $200 service or a $200 product and they feel like that's going to make them a lot of money, but not really, because you have to sell $5,200 units for you to be able to make $1 million a month. But if you can sell 200 $5,000 units, you're still going to be able to make $1 million a month or however long it takes you. So my point is, whenever you're trying to come up with what service to offer to your people or what offer to advertise, you cannot go for the cheapest thing because you feel like that's going to have the most demand, if you will. You got to go for what will make you the most money. And usually that's going to be something that is high ticket so that you can afford to buy that customer or client, if you will, on Facebook, Instagram, or Google. So if you have like a $10,000 offer, it's going to be a lot easier for you to spend to get that client to take that offer over somebody that only has like a $150 offer and is fighting with everybody who's advertising to get the attention from that client. So that could be a lot of trouble if you're focusing on stuff that makes you money but doesn't actually make you that much money. You're gonna end up thinking that ads might not be a good play. So that's what I wanted to start with. Make sure that you're doing the math. And I've said this before, but life is almost like a game. There is characters in this game. There is adventures, obstacles, challenges. There's missions. There is like things you have to get through to get to the next level, if you will. And when we're looking at it this way, it's a lot easier to see how long something will take and what type of actions you have to take in that period of time to make that a reality. And it's almost like a hippie thought, if you will, a psychedelic thought that whatever you want to create, you can create it. Again, it just takes math, time, and action. Because if you just manifest it, but then don't take any action on it, how do you expect it to come true? Unless maybe you hit a magician or a lottery. Like you can't just manifest things without taking action. So my point is make sure that you're doing the math. Make sure that you come up with clear offers for your customers and maybe even do a little bit of research about what other contractors in your niche, what type of services or what type of offers they're giving to the people so that you know what you can come in with. For example, we have a client, and I think we've talked about this before. He's a general contractor, but he usually focuses on kitchens and bathrooms because he doesn't do any of the work. He's off the tools now, and he has a few team members, but he uses a lot of subcontract work that are specific to him, and they'll take other jobs, but he is their first priority. And so what he figured out is that with this specific team, the way it's set up, um, he can give the client a very clear offer, maybe even three different price points as an offer, and be able to complete that job in a very like tight frame, like in a very short period of time. And he knows exactly when what is happening, when it's going to finish, and then that way he can make a lot more profit because he already knows what the next few days or next weeks are going to be looking like. He's not guessing. He's not throwing money at the wall and hoping it sticks, because that could be trouble for you. Another thing too, this is again random advice. I was talking to somebody today, and our call was supposed to be yesterday, but they couldn't made it, so we made it for today. And they were talking to me about how they wanted a website. And then I like to ask a lot of questions because I actually want to understand people. And they were saying that they wanted a website because their old website on Wix doesn't look professional or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So let's pretend that you did make a website, and then what? What's gonna happen? And he said, well, maybe more people are gonna convert. And yeah, possibly that could happen if you drive traffic to the website. But if you just build a new website and no one goes to it, how many people do you think are going to convert if no one goes to this brand new website that is phenomenal? No one. Zero. Nobody's going to convert. But if you build a proper functioning website that is easy for the people to opt in, to request a quote, to track properly, if you drive traffic there and it's easy for the traffic to convert, what do you feel like it's actually going to happen? And then we both came into agreement that more people are going to convert because it's easy for them to opt in and to request a quote. So then that's when it clicked for him that what he thought he needed was part of the equation. He was sort of right, but then there was more. Because, yeah, sure. Like, I could go out and make a bunch of 1,000 flyers, but what are those flyers going to do for me if I don't actually give them out to the people? What's a website going to do to me if I don't bring people to the website? Or Google Ads. Like, let's say you are one of the people that understands that you need a website for Google Ads, then you need a website for Google Ads. But if you're one of those people that don't understand that you need a website for Google Ads, then you're just going to think that you need Google Ads because you need more exposure. But little do you know that you can't run Google Ads without having a landing page or a website. You know, there's a lot of actions that you could take online for a business, and it's almost like looking at a tree of opportunities, and there is apples on that tree that are low hanging fruit, and then there's apples on that tree that are higher to reach, and it takes a lot more time, energy, more attention to be able to reach those fruits that are at the top of that tree. And us as advertisers, we're not focusing on the fruits that are on the top of the tree because that again takes a lot of time, energy, and attention, and it's not low hanging fruit. We as advertisers, we only care about low hanging fruit that is easy to take. It's an easy action to take. It brings results rather quickly, and it doesn't take that much time, energy, and attention to do. Like if I wanted to reach an apple at the very top of the tree, I would have to get a ladder. I would have to maybe get a scissor lift or whatever other tool. So that's a lot of time, energy, and attention. But if I had a low hanging fruit, I could just maybe just jump and twist it and pull, or twist and pull, so that I can have that. So that's literally how we think as advertisers. And again, on that tree, there might be hundreds of apples or even thousands of apples. And all those hundreds or thousands of apples are actions that you can take online to be able to produce more revenue for the business. And you could take all of those actions, but again, we are only taking low hanging fruit actions that will bring in more revenue, more calls, more quotes, which is actually what we want so that we can make more money. If you're hiring an advertiser for something else than making you more money, then you're already making good money. Or you probably want to buy your time back. That's another reason why people hire us, either to make them more money or to buy their time back. So I just wanted to keep this very quick to the point. I want to talk about you guys making sure that you do the math to make sure that there is return on the deals and that you don't have to break your back doing $5,200 service jobs every single month. Maybe you can do 200 $5,000 jobs so that you can hit your million a month. And that's what we're trying to get our clients to. 100,000 a month once they're there, 500K a month, and a million a month. Right now, we have maybe like one or two that are doing 500K ish a month, and then we're trying to get them to a million a month. All the other clients, it's about 10 to 12 of them. We're trying to get them to their first 100K months and 500K. And then once we have a full 25 client roster list, we're going to make sure, and as we're growing that, we are making sure that they are getting results, that they're happy, and that we can do whatever we can to make them as much money as possible at the current pricing that we do it at. Once we hit that 25 to 30 client mark, our clients, well, our clients will stay. We'll keep most of them. And then we're likely going to be raising our prices because it doesn't make sense for us to keep the same pricing, work with hundreds of people, and not retain that quality service and results that we give to our clients. So I see a few people on here. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Message me too if you have any questions for next week. Happy to answer anything. Um, and yeah, that you guys showed up. Hopefully, this was helpful for you guys. And it seems like that's it. So we'll talk soon. Bye.